Hi, I'm Jamie Green and welcome back to OTR Reviews, and today it's a beautiful sunny day in Essex and we're going to be looking at the 4th generation Kia Sportage. Before we do, if you like this video today, hit the like button. Got any comments in the comment section, and if you like the channel, please subscribe to see more awesome content like this. But now on to the 4th generation Kia Sportage. As always, we're going to kick off with specifications, and we're going to start with the 2, which comes in at £23,795. It comes with 17-inch alloy wheels, the 8-inch infotainment screen with navigation, heated front and rear seats, reversing camera, Apple CarPlay, and the high beam auto assist. Next up comes the 3 at £26,795. It comes with the LED bi-functioning front lights, the LED rear lights, the panoramic roof, the 10-way adjustable driver's seat, and the 8-way adjustable passenger seat. Next up is the GT line, coming in at £27,010. On this you get an upgraded leather interior, the LED front fog lights, the upgraded rear diffuser and dual chrome exhaust set, and keyless entry and start. Top dog is the GT line S we're in today, coming in at £30,860. This gets the wireless charging pad, it also gets the JBL 8-speaker sound system and the 360-degree camera. The Sportage comes in a range of 3 wonderful engines, starting with a 1.6 naturally aspirated petrol engine producing 130 brake horsepower and returning 38.7 mpg. You can also have this engine turbocharged to produce 174 horsepower, but you will reduce your mpg to 33.2. Alternatively, you can have the engine we have today, the 1.6 litre 48 volt hybrid diesel, which produces 134 horsepower and returns 50.4 mpg, and is paving the way for the Sportage to become a fully electric car. Now moving on to the practicality section of the car, and the boot we're going to start with like we normally do. This is a large boot at 491 litres with the seats up, or 1,480 with the seats down in the 60/40 configuration you can see here. If you have the hybrid like I do, you do lose 52 litres of space, which means you only get 439 litres with the seats up and 1,428 with the seats down. You can have the boot with this beautiful rubber Sportage liner, which I've taken out just for illustration purposes. Alternatively, you can also come in the boot and you can see under the bootload floor, which is flat, we have the parcel shelf, which is in its little holder, and tie downs, making this car more user-friendly than ever. The crossover SUV is often used as a caravan car, and the new Sportage is no stranger to this. The naturally aspirated petrol engine and the hybrid can tow 1.4 tonne. The turbocharged petrol can carry an extra at 1.9 tonnes. So if you have that heavy caravan, you're going to want the turbo petrol. But if you want in the fuel economy, you're going to want to go for the hybrid because it's great all round. In the back of the Sportage, we find these lovely sports leather seats with the red piping. And thanks to the longer wheelbase on this 4th generation, I've got more space in the front of me and to the top of me. I'm very, very comfortable. But if I want to be more comfy, what can I do? I can pull this lever down here and I can recline. This is a fabulous position for having a nap in the car. We're going to quickly talk about the connectivity as well while we're here. I have got good rear connectivity in this car with a USB and a 12 volt connector in the bottom here. We also have 2 12 volt connectors in the front and 1 USB, meaning all 5 passengers of this car can comfortably charge up their electronic devices. Sportage Hybrid also comes with some clever tech on board, including the Smart Power Assist, which provides electrical energy from the battery when going uphill or pulling away. What this does, it reduces your revs, reduces your emissions, and increases your overall fuel economy. The new Sportage is 40mm lower than its predecessor, meaning it's easier to get in and out of, but it's also 40mm longer, with 30mm of that being at the wheelbase, meaning you get a bigger boot and more rear space for the passengers. Now we're going to move on to styling. We're going to start with the 7 colours of this car, which are the Lunar Silver, Frozen White, Copper Stone, Dark Pentametal, Phantom Black, Infrared, or this gorgeous blue flame, which in the sunlight reflects absolutely beautifully, and it really does suit the new Sportage. And now to look at the generalised styling of this car, we're going to start with these wonderfully high set flowing headlights, which have 3 elements. The main beam in the middle, the 4 dots either side, which make up a quad LED running light, which looks a bit like a Porsche. And then you've got the 7 dots on the inside making up your indicators. Moving down, we've got these wonderful T-designed grille with the camera right in the middle, only on the GT Line S model. And when you look at these quad ICE design fog lights, which come on the GT Line above, they just look fantastic. And now we're going to go down the side, and Kia have implemented the philosophy of less is more. It's very basically styled, with the major flares being the step and the beautiful handles. And with the 19-inch diamond cut alloys on this car, it all flows together really nicely. Around the back of the Sportage, we have the C-shaped LED lights we spoke about earlier, connected by the red reflector bar, which gives it a really nice little Night Rider feel to it. And when we look down at the diffuser setup, it's a nice sporty set with the chrome exhaust tips. However, this is a cardinal sin. They're fake. They're not the real exhaust of the car, but they do look really sporty and they do make it look like a GT car. So I think I can forgive Kia for that this time. And now we come to the interior styling, and we're going to start off with the dash, which is a bit old style with the analog dials and the digital screen, but you can adjust this to see several different bits of information across the car. The steering wheel is thick, it's leather, it's absolutely lovely and standard Kia now, with the nice GT Line logo in the middle. Moving across, we've got the wonderfully integrated infotainment system just here, which is fully touch integrated, or if you're driving, you can use this row of buttons here to swap between your different points, just for ease of use. I've just turned the radio on. If we move down, we've got the climate control set, and in the middle, the gear selector and drive aids. You can also see we've got plenty of storage, with the glove box being nice and big. The door pocket has got my bottle in it, so it's nice and large, as you can see. We've got the wireless charging pad in the middle here, 2 cup holders, and a nice deep centre console. Combine that all with these wonderful sports seats with these nice big bolsters, the red piping and stitching. It is absolutely wonderful. The overall material is this nice hard plastic, but it's combined with the piano black that we saw from the e-Niro, and it just flows so nicely. It makes a very comfortable, very welcoming atmosphere inside the Sportage. Now we're inside the Sportage, I'm going to tell you what it's like to drive a little bit. It is fitted with a sports suspension system, and this does sacrifice just a little bit of comfort and makes it just a little bit bumpy. But if I'm frankly honest, it doesn't make it an uncomfortable car. Combined with these seats, the new Sportage is very, very comfortable and very easy to drive as well. That brings me swiftly on to a point that I'm going to say it does let the Sportage down, and that's its steering. It's very slow, it's dim-witted, and with a sporty suspension you'd expect the steering rack to go. I mean, look at the amount of play I've got here before anything happens. You know, that's massive in a modern car. It's really not great. It really does let the experience down. When you're on the motorways, you've got to make a few minor adjustments more than you would on a standard everyday car as well, and that really is disappointing. Though it doesn't mean it's not a nice car to drive, it just means it's just letting it down ever so slightly. When you talk about the 1.6 hybrid engine, you would expect it to be a little bit more punchy. It is a little bit sluggish off the line, but if I pop it into sport mode, it really sharpens up the throttle response and becomes quite an interesting beast to drive, you know. But it is a nice car and the engine's very smooth, and on the motorways it's very quiet, it's very calm. This car is a fantastic car to drive, but as before, unfortunately, the unpredictability of the steering does let it down quite a bit. And that brings us swiftly on to what else you need to know about the Kia Sportage. Well, it is Kia's best-selling model. In 2019, Sportage sold 100,000 units in the EU alone. So this Gen 4 has got a hell of a lot of big shoes to fill. It's a very safe car. 5 Euro NCAP stars with a 90% adult protection rating, 83% for child. And the Kia industry-leading 7-year warranty as standard on all Gen 4 Sportages. So Kia, safety is one of their #1 priorities, and the Sportage has 6 different types of airbags, including the brake force distribution system as well, which monitors how much grip the wheels have and apply the brakes more on the wheel that's got the most grip, slowing the car down more efficiently. You also get the brake assistance system. What this does, if it detects you're not braking enough, it will apply more pressure to the brakes even if you don't depress the pedal more, making you come to a full stop safer and sooner and not hitting what's in front of you. And there you have it, the 4th generation Kia Sportage. It is a really nice looking car. The only thing for me that lets it down, as I mentioned, is the steering column. It is just a little bit too dim-witted for my taste, but overall it's a fantastic crossover SUV for a good value. What do you think about this new Kia Sportage? Let me know in the comments below and join me next time for another video. Till then, stay safe, take care. I've been Jamie Green, this is OTR Reviews, and this is the Gen 4 Kia Sportage. Goodbye.